Alright, welcome guys, welcome fellow dongers to another video here from the dongers. We're gonna do our first weekly recap of the Donger League because the first week of season 1 is done. We're gonna go through that a little bit. You already see it a little bit here in the background. We're also gonna do a little bit of a meta report. It's gonna be quite a short one because it's gonna be a new meta on Wednesday. So that's about what this video is gonna be about, and the coming week of the Donger League. And if you like the video, just like the video, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to join in on the next season of the Donger League, you just join us on Discord. You can also follow me, watch me on Twitch, and just keep watching our videos here on YouTube. So with all that boring thing taken care of, all this trash can things, we will go into the League 1, the Season 1 of the Donger League. We see the standings over here. I'm on top, Imsohumble, share the top with the Canister, Runeterra and BG. We were the ones that went 2-0 in the week, with a slightly higher elo at the moment for me and Canister. So we are gonna show face off in the coming week in round 3. While Runeterra and BG will face each other and battle each other in their first match of round 3. And we also find Breadbot here to be the benefactor of getting a point if you lose with 2-1. He's topping the win and lose, 1 win, 1 lose category with having 3 points, being on the sole position of the 5th place. And in the last playoff spot, we find a tie with Decent Man, Sevalsten, and Sith Holocron. And then we have the bottom 4 with Arbash, Proxel, Jan, and Mulvader. They are facing off against each other, trying to climb some spots here in week 2, and hopefully they can grab. They hope to grab a spot, cement a spot in week 3. So that's how the table looks like right now. It's only been 2 matches out of 6, as we have a top 6, and the first 2 places, the one that I'm hugging and Canister is hugging, is reserved for a semi-final spot. With the other 4 will battle in the quarterfinals for a chance of the semi-finals. So the hype matchups in round 3 is of course the undefeated guys. 2 of them, all 4 go to against each other, and then we'll only have 2 undefeated players left, and we'll see how many, if there will be 1, 2, or 2 that will advance through the weekend being undefeated. Mulvader, of course, down here versus Jan and versus Arbash, trying to find his first point, will be a nice thing to follow. And we have the 3-way tie, of course, with Sith Holocron, Decent Man, and Sevalsten. Will be interesting. Sith Holocron is facing both Decent Man and Sevalsten, so he's having a pretty crucial week for himself. Needs to grab at least 1 win here to really stay in the race. So that's about it about the Donger League. There's every matchup is of course fun, but that's the one's gonna really tip the table. And if we just go to the meta, if we look here, I'm gonna discuss the master meta for the most part, because that's where you will find the best decks. And you can see that the Freyord Shadow Island, that is the deck that is most played, 14.4%, or the combination. The decks are different, of course, and it has a high win rate, 59% in the Masters, which is very high, especially when it's the most played as well. The Donger, Heimerboy with Vi mostly, is the deck that is second and has been a powerhouse for weeks now. Really, a lot of decks have been coming up and down besides it, but the one deck that has stood through it, like, it's the Heimerboy, and it was also a good deck before the nerfs came through, so it's been here for a long time. Here you can see it's a very small sample size, but Demacia has shown up, Soul Demacia. It's probably piloted by some quality players, which means it's probably not that easy, and not you can't take that much from this. The other thing that I've been noticing is the Crimson decks. It's so many different variation of them. You have the Crimson Gun with Demacia and Noxus that is actually doing quite well. If you look at all ranks, you will find them at the third place of win rate. Not played a lot, but that's one of the decks that really goes good. You will have the Crimson Shrooms, that I call it, like it's the Noxus Piltover, where you have Teemo in the deck, but you really play with a Crimson Disciple, and you're very forward with the deck. It's not that many tricks in that sense. Like if you go to the Crimson Dawn, as I call it, which is a Star Wars reference a little bit, but it's the one with the Ionia Noxus. I really have to stop saying those they will be cutting out, but let's see here. We'll find the Noxus Ionia, and that's the deck that I've been playing mostly last week, because it has a lot of tricks. It really plays around the Crimson. They have the elusive package, but they also have a lot of tricks with, for example, you have the retreat. You can send people back, and that's especially good with the Imperial Demolist, because she can proc 2 damage when she gets 2 damage when she's played, when she does 1 damage to a unit. And if you can really fix that with Crimson Disciple, if you can do like a twice thing around, you will get so much damage, and the retreat really helps you with that, as well as the solitary monk. If you have the Imperial Demolist already done, you have a low HP on Crimson Disciple, you can retreat, play solitary monk, you get the other 2 back on your hand, and you can do the combo once more. That's something you can do with it, and you also have the decimate. This deck is not the deck list that I usually use. I have done some different things. I have a deny in the deck, a little bit of that, but this is one of the decks you can find if you're searching in the meta stats. So that's basically it. Like it is a 3-way top meta in Masters, at least, that you should really be thinking about. It's playing any of the Crimson decks. Either you go to the Kalista, Kalista Elise, or Kalista Sejuani, but at least you have Freyord with Kalista, so you can play the Endure. And of course, the last one is the Heimerboy, the Ionia with Piltover. So that's the 3 decks. That's not 3 decks, but the 3 combinations that is used most. Something with Crimson or the other 2. And keep in mind that on Wednesday, the first season is done, and they will probably do a lot of changes, maybe release some new cards, do some nerfs. So this will only be viable till July 1st, somewhere. No, sorry, June 24th. I'm really sorry there. There's Am again, but that's all for this video. That's a short meta report. We have the Donga League going. There will come games. My games will be... I have reviewed my games. They will come out on the channel soon, I hope. And you can follow my run here. Hopefully I will make it to the advance to the top cut, so you can follow me even more. But we'll see. There's a lot of talented players in here, and we will just see what happens. If you like the video, just subscribe, come join us on Discord, even if you don't want to join the Donga League or whatever. Just if you just wanted to chat about Legends of Runeterra, it's a great community to do it. The links will be down below to all our stuff, basically. And see you next week, and we will have some new reports from the league, and probably a whole new meta. Dong is out!